All right, howdy everyone, and welcome to Studio 2B. We are back with another episode of Wisconsin's Classiest Commish live. We had a busy week, so let's jump right into it. A ton of big name injuries in the NFL last Sunday has led to a very active waiver wire auction for the Wisconsin's Classiest Fantasy Football League, with some big surprises. Now, normally, an owner DJ Masca, paying $18 for a backup when the starter is fully expected to recover before the end of the season and the playoffs would lead the headlines. Instead, a controversial procedural move done by Fly Eagles Fly owner Jake Dotseth, dropping an injured player, then hoping to pick him back up cheaper so that he can be kept for the next season, is what's leading our headlines today. There hasn't been a rule against this for 10 years because it hasn't happened, and quite frankly, I'm wondering why we were all so dumb. What I will say is that you can bet that there will be a Jake Dotseth rule on the books by Sunday. What that rule will look like, I'm not quite sure yet. It's not against the rules now. It will stand, but it will not be... the loophole will be fixed by Sunday. If you have any ideas on how you would like this rule to change, or if it even should change, leave some comments in the comments section on this video, or you can direct message me if I am on your list. I'm welcome to any suggestions right now. I have about 3 main ideas, but maybe I didn't think of them all. Big news coming up. For next week's show, we have the power rankings will return. These are the Commish's power rankings. They are only the top 6. I move you up and down. It is who I'm expecting to make the playoffs, but not necessarily the seeds of the playoffs. These are the 6 strongest teams, that I expect to make the playoffs. Usually it's 6, but maybe not. We see maybe the 6th strongest team doesn't make the playoffs in a tough division. We'll have to see. Also, we have a return of the Captain's Corner. I've watched a couple weeks of football. I'm feeling a little more confident giving you tips on how to bet and where to bet. The lines are shaking themselves out pretty good. I've been trying to do some practice, and I haven't been doing any worse than I have been doing in picking our league, which I am 500 at. And then I don't want to bury the lead here, but the biggest news I have is we are going to premiere the history of Wisconsin's Classiest Fantasy Football League on YouTube on Monday at 6:45. We have a rough cut done, so we're going through, we're editing, we're going to premiere it before Monday Night Football. This is going to be over on YouTube. Okay, so make sure that you go, there's links in these videos that take you to the Wisconsin's Classiest Commish channel. Make sure that you find yourself there on YouTube, and you can subscribe so that you get an alert on this, and make sure that you see it. We've been working for a couple months. It looks okay. I mean, for some people who don't know what they're doing, it actually probably looks pretty darn good. So please head over there on YouTube and subscribe so you won't be left out. I'm not trying to monetize this or anything. It's just that website allows me to host it, the whole project, and it does not let me do that here on Facebook. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the picks of the week. So last week I was 3-3. Week 1 I was 3-3. That gives me a massive 6-6 record. Not winning, not losing, but not any good. This week provides a lot of flux in the picking. We don't know exactly what these teams are going to look like after these big injuries, but I mean the New York Giants were already bad and they lost their best player. The Panthers were already bad and they lost their best player. So you can take that for what it means. You can't just plug in Mike Davis and have him have the same production. You know, maybe production that somebody thinks is worth 18 free agent dollars. But that's the beauty of the free market. Every player in this league is worth what we think they are worth. this week is a cross-divisional week for the WCFFL. And so this week we have a lot of games that are just where very similar teams are playing. Not a lot is shaking out as far as the standings go. We can only tell that after the week is done. But there are a few games that are pitting people with the exact same record, and there is a must-win game maybe already in week 3. We'll start out with the only B in here versus King Game Breakers. Right now, I would have to say leading candidate to be on the top of the inaugural power rankings is the only B in here. This one is going to be high scoring, much like her week 1 game was with the H2BC. And I pick only B in here to win this one. Even though it's high scoring, it's going to be an easy win. She can probably sleep in on Sunday and then go to bed early if she wants, because this game will be over. The next game we have is Paulie here to beat Colby versus the Slaughterhouse Hams. Slaughterhouse Hams are in first place in their division with a 1-0-1 record. The whole rest of the league is a half game out, and then the Flying Fallopians are right behind them, 1 game out. There is no rest for the H2BC. If you've been paying attention, the H2BC have had lots of high-scoring games. They have been close. This week will be another close one, but I picked the H2BC to squeak it out. Maybe next week they can have a rest, but it isn't going to be this week. The Ingram Toenails versus Fly Eagles Fly. After the stunning procedural move that will most certainly lead to a rule change, before the week is out, Fly Eagles Flies lose huge. The Ingram Toenails walk in an easy win. Next we have the RG3 There Yet versus Dougie Styles. The Styles are up to their old tricks. They just keep winning. They keep plugging along. Last week, scoring a ton of points. They were the one ring winner from last week. I'm still doing those. I just haven't had a graphic for it. This week, they will win a tight one on the leg of Justin Tucker. Cuba City Cobra Kai versus the Flying Fallopians. This is a low-scoring game, and I expect the Cobra Kai to do everything they can to get dirty and sweep the leg of the Flying Fallopians and sweep them down to 0-2-1. And finally, our DeWalt game of the week. We got Phil Lip Service versus Big Daddy, and I have Phil Lip Service winning this one. The Service need a win bad. If they drop to 0, they I think are the number 4 or 5 high-scoring team, yet they don't have a win in a division with the only B and the Cobra Kai. They need a win, or they're 0-3 and they're on the outside looking in. I think that they show up because of this need this week, and the Service wins by 5. It's going to be hard for Big Daddy to overcome the loss of CMC. That is for certain. Tonight was a quick show. We got a lot of things on the burner. I want you to make sure you check out Wisconsin's Classiest Commish on YouTube. There will be a link once this video is uploaded. There'll be a link in the comments for you to go directly to this video and to that channel, because we're going to premiere the history of Wisconsin's Classiest Fantasy Football League, and you're not going to want to miss that. If you like this show, or even if you don't like this show, you'll like that even better. I want to remind everybody to stay safe out there and stay classy.